we had a very big issue. The right mid position was vacant and we needed somebody to fill it. And so it has now been filled by Pedro Neto. And today we're going to be testing out and finding out the truth about this card. Is it actually worth it? Is it actually worth it to buy? And what are the best ways to use this card if you do end up deciding to buy? I'll be letting you know all of this by using the metric of wondrous, mid, or doodoo. Midrous and Mudu as well, in between both, to let you know where this card stands. But of course, we have to talk about the very important thing for a right winger that you most definitely know as well. But before I tell you those, let me just start off with the stuff that are not as important, which are the physicalities for Pedro Neto. And I ain't gonna lie, this card is quite expensive, so you have to make sure this card is nice for you before you get it. And the physicalities for this guy, I ain't gonna lie to you, not the strongest card. If Alphonso Davies, Teo the Wild Man Hernandez gets near him, I ain't gonna lie to you, he's probably gonna get pushed to the ground and left there like it's nothing to them. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But Pedro Neto is also not the type of card to win in the air for you, so physicalities doesn't really matter. What matters the most is the stamina, and he didn't get tired too much. And then the defensive capabilities, let me tell you something about this. Come closer to the screen. Don't give a damn about no damn defense. He's an attacker! But what about the passing ability? Now looky here. Pedro Neto's passing was actually pretty decent. He could cross. Now, his long passing is a little bit shaky, but I didn't notice it too much. He was able to get some pretty good assists when he was in the right position. I like that about Pedro Neto. You get. Now let's talk about what a very important thing. There's still another thing that's quite important that you have to realize. Let's just talk about the dribbling ability. Can he do a little bit of that twist and turn? Looky here. Pedro Neto has 89 dribbles. And I don't know if it was the time I'm playing, because you never know with the gameplay in this horrible FC. This game was decent, and it went from a decently enjoyable game to FC 25 levels of garbage. This game is on another level of crap. My bad for the side note, but listen, his dribbling felt like absolute crap. When I was trying to twist and turn and move and shift, the defense was able to just mark me so perfectly. Even though I was trying to bait, it was just so easy for the defenders to really get onto my players, and it didn't feel that responsive when I was using this card. It might be because his reactions are 83, and in FC, if your player has low reactions, 84 and lower for the most part, they are brain dead. It's like they're smoking on crack. They don't know what they're doing. I'm like, twist and turn, but my player's like, I don't know where I'm going. I'm like, what are you doing? It's crazy. But there were moments where he had a little belief that he could dribble, but it wasn't too crazy for me. What about the shooting and clinicality ability? He has hit him with the finesse like Messi, finesse plus. Before I tell you about the shooting and clinicality ability, let me just say this. After I get done with all the stats, I'm going to tell you the best ways to use this card, even if you still just want to buy him anyway. So the shooting clinicality ability, when I was trying to hit him with the finesse like Messi, finesse top ends, the animation didn't really come off correctly. It was getting blocked a lot of times. He couldn't finesse through the spaces. I didn't really like his finesse that much, but I do know that if he's in the right position, since he has finesse plus, most of the time that's going in. It's a lethal type of shot, but it wasn't like an overpowered finesse. Some people have finesse plus and it's better than others. He didn't have the top tier finesse to me. I felt like this card ability wasn't that crazy in that moment. But what about the pace? 94 pace. This guy should be zooming like the damn Sonic 5 turtle. Mbappe! Pacey. Pace. But look at here. He has rapid and quick step bait, so he's ready to pick race. You get me? And I did notice that at moment. If the player that's strong gets close to him, they have this automatic magnet garbage in this game where it starts to hold the player back randomly and then they suction in and it's just garbage. But if you create enough space, you can really burn some of these defenders and get in behind. And if you hold that R2 button, they be moving like Nicolo run from the Grant Williams, because I think Nico Williams might be the fastest in this game the way he gets in behind. Pedro Neto is not too far from him, bro. He's pretty pacey. So that leads me to telling you the best ways to use this card. If you're a player that likes to do the 1-2s, you can do a 1-2 with him. And if you're them meta abusing nincompoops that just know the meta, but I can't blame you because this game is broken and you need to do it. You have Claudia Inaki Penny at the top, you blast it into her, and then you send that diagonal through ball into Pedro Neto, and that he has a great chance of getting in behind for you to hit him with a finesse like Messi. That's one way to use him. Another way is if you're on a counter attack and you see him running, send that through ball into him. He most likely will get it. But I don't recommend you doing so many dribbles and trying to get around the defense, because he doesn't have technical dribbling, so you can't weasel around the defense like a madman. You get me? That's just one of the few ways to use Pedro Neto. But what would I actually classify this card? Is he wondrous, mid, or doodoo? For me, using Pedro Neto with my playstyle, how I played, and how the gameplay felt, this moment in time, I consider Pedro Neto as straight up mid. Was not nothing special to me, but he's still a decent card, and depending on the gameplay, maybe he can become in between mid and wondrous, midrous. Hope you enjoy. Yeah.